Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just like I did the crossover with Homer versus the. No, sorry, I was going to say Homer versus the Simpsons. It was Homer versus Family Guy. Now we actually have a crossover in the Simpsons itself with Futurama. Before I get with. Before I actually start talking about that, I would like to also talk about on Simpsons Tap Out, you actually now get to have Matt Groening. Matt Groening in there, and in the last part of the tasks at hand, Homer actually apologizes for Futurama actually getting canceled again. Now, of course, it's kind of funny though that he actually said, "Well, series have their time of run." It's like, yeah, and then Homer stays silent, and Groening was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "I just said." So, with that said, let's get on with this. And, well, the first things first is that the Civil War coffin was used as a capsule. So, apparently, they stole someone's coffin and is going to use it as a capsule. We get to hear more about Nelson's dad because we haven't heard about Nelson's dad in a long time. Last time we heard about Nelson's dad is that he finally got over that peanut allergy that made him go into a zoo when he actually was getting lotto tickets and etc. etc. So now apparently he abandoned his family again and is starting to rob people. So now you not only rob people but rob banks, and apparently he is now a wanted person. He's a wanted man because he robbed a lot of banks. It's kind of sad though. You rob banks, but yet you don't give any money to your family. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see later on. Which, yeah, you know how it is. The TV shows, they can't really keep up with what they actually have. Not to scold Simpsons, not to scold Family Guy, not to scold South Park and any other one. I'm just saying, when it comes to change, you guys don't really keep up with that unless it's like Edna, for instance. With that said, so apparently Marge has a sandwich sense. The fact that when her sandwich is getting sneezed on, apparently, or maybe thrown in the trash and etc., she have a sense that her sandwich, her work of art, is getting destroyed. They also say God hates jazz, which, wow. With that said, Santa's little helper and Bart both actually bit Homer when they actually were getting shoved to go down the basement. Kind of funny, I do have to admit. And of course, when it comes to Homer, beer is more important than Bart. Yeah, it makes sense. And the civic leaders are actually beer drinkers. That's kind of funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. He fixed the jukebox. No idea the jukebox was broken. Of course, given the whole hidden money thing, he had like hidden gold coins in there, and then, oh yeah, it was Mr. Burns who stole it. Then he gave it to the Texan. Then Mr. Burns wanted it back, along with Jailbird, who actually wanted to have the gold coins in the first place he had, but got stolen from him. It led him to a crime. So yeah, amazing. Of course, Homer wanted in too. Bender took the place of Mr. Burns in the bowling league because apparently they still bowl. So yeah, so they basically had Mr. Burns shoved out, and now they have him. I forgot who was the fourth person before then. I think it was just three of them to begin with. So yeah. I think one funny joke in there is IBM, do you? That is just too funny. That's just too funny. That's one thing about Futurama is that they had math jokes along with computer jokes. I think that's one reason why it got canceled is because people didn't really get their jokes that much. But I was fascinated by Futurama, just didn't know why, and apparently that's why. But let's continue on. So yeah, bunny mutants. Well, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, when it showed up on Simpsons Tap Out, I was like, what the hell? What is these freaking bunnies, mutant bunny things? And like, yeah, and what's worse is that 60 donuts get you those instead of actually just buying it. But that's just how it goes. And freemium games, I guess I have to do another video because, well, South Park did a freemium game episode, and now so it's called freemium apparently. Yeah, they deemed them freemium games. So it's kind of funny they talked about freemium games too. You get to see Seymour Fry's old dog, but the messed up part is that his dog is in New York City, though. Yeah, that's the messed up part. It's like, his dog is in New York City. How did he get to Springfield? It's like, okay, so you're trying to tell me that Springfield is now in New York? Which, I'm going to do a little type right quick. Springfield. I hate this thing. This thing has gotten stupider now. I don't know what happened. This thing got stupid. Very stupid. So is there a Springfield, New York? I most likely should have just used the freaking damn tablet. Yeah, let's see. Springfield, New York. Is there one? Yes, there's a Springfield, New York. I think they might have just told us where Springfield is. Maybe. Maybe. But anyways. Yeah. My gosh, it's stupid people talking or whatever. Well, anyways, you had Bender basically saying kill all humans in his sleep, and Homer saying start with Flanders. Start with Flanders. That was just awesome. So, too bad that it didn't help. It won't help. Just the fact that they now have to kill. They first were going to kill Bart. First they're going to kill Homer, then they're going to kill Marge, then they were going to kill Bart, but then it's like, yeah, but it won't help. And the thing that actually will help, well, they found an alternate solution instead of just opening the freaking, so it's kind of like, okay, well, whatever. It's like, whatever. They found another way to do things, so why not? The only really messed up part is that if they wanted to continue on with Futurama, which they can, They can continue with Futurama. The only messed up part would just be the fact of now you have Fry and Leela in a relationship. Which, why not? But, yeah, it could be like Joe Quesada with, no, Peter and MJ can't get married anymore. They can't have a relationship together. So it could be that, but I don't know. But I really have to tell you that the news lady for 3014, I guess it is, but I'll just say year 3000, she's now dead. So that means that they have to get a brand new person, just like what happened to Family Guy and their, what was her name? Diane, yeah. Diane died, so they had to get a new replacement. So now they have to get a new replacement for her too, because she's died. But of course, no, she's dead. Even though Scruffy is now headless and he still actually works, she can't because her whole body got eaten. So yeah. Good news about this episode, at least they included Maggie. They have included Maggie. I'm glad. One thing before the end is the fact that Bart's birthday is February 23rd, which I could swear it actually might be another date that they gave us. So if they actually gave us another date, well, guess what? They just contradicted themselves. So give me a minute while I look through all this information I have gathered over this whole entire year. Oh man, this is going to be a little bit. Shot a bird. Yeah, Bart owned a place for $1. Gerald, that is the baby's name. Guess where I did write his birthday down. I hope it's not in the bedroom. Bored. What the hell is this part right here? Let me just say, let me just put a space between that because that shouldn't be a part of it. Ah! Yep. Horrible. Yep, we have a messed up little kink right here. In this episode, they say Bart is born in February. Wait, oh. Yeah, just make sure. Yeah, so in this episode, they said Bart was born in February 23rd. But in another episode that happened in October 5th, they said Bart's birthday was actually New Year's Day. So yeah, we got a little bit of a little cough up here. Yeah, they should actually really back things up. That's one thing you need to know if you're making a series, is that you need to make sure you know what you said in previous episodes so you could actually have some continuity instead of having this right here where you're like, Bart was born in January 1st, and then you said Bart was born in January the 25th. So yeah, you got some messed up stuff here, buddy. Messed up stuff. So, oh well, last thing is that Maggie is still hustling even at the end. Yeah, so Maggie, I don't know what happened. I think they won the racetrack. Yeah, they won the next racetracks, the next races, and they won a buttload of money. So, yeah, the first one he lost, but the rest of them he did good. And he split a few bucks with Maggie. So Bender came out rich and Maggie came out rich. But the messed up part is that, well, if Bender goes to the future with that money, I guess he could actually, yeah, I guess he could trade it in. Or heck, since the whole entire city there got destroyed, that means that the money that he has in his hand could actually be artifacts that could be worth even more money than what it's worth. So he came out really big. Well, anyways, yeah, for this crossover, I enjoyed it. I don't know where it's going to be within the whole entire Futurama thing. Maybe it actually is the true farewell of Futurama. Maybe that's really the last episode right there. But of course, they didn't have any relationship between Leela and Fry, but yeah, they didn't really have anything in there, so I don't really know. Yeah, continuity stuff. They have some continuity issues. But anyways, it's still a good show. It's a still good episode even after all that. So, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Most likely we'll cover more. And yeah, I do have to do the freemium episode as well.